सर्वात्मना प्रपन्नाहं गुरुपादा रविन्दयो तस्य प्रेरणया तस्य दिव्यादेशं वदाम्यहम्। काम्यो पासनयार्थयन् त्यनुदिनं किञ्चित् फलं स्वेप्सितम् केचित् स्वर्गमथा पवर्गमपरे योगादि यज्ञादिभिः अस्माकं यदुनन्दनाङ्घ्रियुगलत् ध्यानावधा नार्थिना किं लोके नदमेन किं नृपतिना स्वर्गापवर्गैश्च किम्। नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण। Eternal seekers of divine bliss, we will first chant the divine name for a few minutes before I continue my talk from last time. Bhaj Giridhar Govind Gopala Bhaj Giridhar Govind Gopala Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki, Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki. In my last talk, I referred to three important inherent principles of life. The first was, according to the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Nahi kaschit shanamapi jatu tishthatya karmakrit. 3rd chapter, 5th verse. It says that we cannot remain inactive even for a fraction of a second. The second law was prayojanam manuddishya mandopi na pravartate. Darshan Shastra. Whatever action we perform, it has a purpose. It has an aim behind it. We cannot perform any action without an aim or a purpose. And thirdly, although it appears that we perform multifarious actions in our human life, and considering the fact that there are innumerable universes, innumerable beings, there should be innumerable purposes of actions, but it is not so. There is only one motive, one aim behind all the actions that we witness in this material world. We may laugh, we may cry, we may sit, we may stand, we may sleep, we may stay awake, we may talk, we may be silent, we may marry, we may divorce, we may murder, we may abuse, or we may love. Whatever we do, the purpose behind it is only one. The universal goal is that of happiness. Sukhaya karmani karoti loko natai sukham va nyaduparamam va vindeta bhuyas tataiva dukkham yadatra yuktam bhagavan madena. 3rd canto, 5th chapter, 2nd verse of the Bhagavad Puran. Now we had an unfinished question last time. There were some philosophers who opposed this one goal of happiness, and they said, we don't accept that there is only one goal. There are some other universal goals of life apart from happiness. Let us listen to what they have to say. One goal mentioned by philosophers is that everyone has a desire to live. No one wants to die. The very name of death, we become restless. We become fearful. It's surprising though, because every morning is followed by night, isn't it? It happens every day. In the same way, we know that after birth, there is one thing which is absolutely sure, it's inevitable, and that's death. And yet, we all fear death. No one wants to die. Now you might say, yes, I do know people who want to die or who've died on their own accord. People commit suicide. We'll talk about that later. But we are talking about the majority. No one wants to die. There is a story of an old woodcutter. He had gone to the forest to chop wood. He used to do it every day. His children were very lazy, so he had to do the job. He cut this wood, tied it up into a bundle, and he was walking home. It was very, very hot. He was tired. And he threw the bundle of wood, sat under a tree, And he was groaning and moaning. What a life I'm leading. My children don't care for me. Not even death. Even death doesn't care for me. Even death doesn't come to me. Meaning, I don't want to live. Now the god of death, Yamraj, he heard this and he felt like having some fun. So he came and stood before this old woodcutter and he said, "Did you call me?" "Call you? Who are you? You just called me now and you're asking me who am I? I didn't call you. Who are you? Tell me." "I am the god of death and I have come personally." "You were thinking about death, weren't you?" "I did not send my servant. I've come personally to take you to my own abode." "What? What are you talking about? You wanted to die, didn't you?" No. The words just came out of my mouth. I don't want to die, is it? I look after my grandchildren. Who's going to look after them? And my children, they're still not very worldly wise. So what are they going to do? I can't die as yet. I only said it. I'm sure, I don't think very many people sitting here may have had that thought. But there are lots of people, sometime in our life, we think, I wish I were dead. Maybe once a lifetime, maybe once a year. And some people have a habit. Any problem? I don't want to live. It becomes a habit. So next time you meet a person who says, I wish I were dead or I don't want to live anymore, I'll tell you what to do. Just put your hands around that person's throat as if you're going to strangle the person. Don't do it. Just pretend. What's the reaction going to be? What are you doing? Well, I'm only helping you. I'm your friend, isn't it? So a friend is a person who helps you in need. And you want to die. I'm only helping you. Come on, I was only joking. So you see, people, they say things like that, but they really don't mean it. So everybody has a desire to live. Secondly, some philosophers say that everyone has an inborn desire. It's our nature that we desire knowledge. We want to know. And by knowing, I don't mean what we learn in school or university. We are learning all the time. We watch people, even that little child, it's always watching its parents. How do my parents eat? How do they laugh? How do they walk? It's always watching. We are learning all the time. So this desire for knowledge, it's always there. Each and everyone desires to know. Thirdly, there is a desire to be independent. Everyone wants to be independent. No one likes to be ruled by anybody else. If you lock up a person in a room with all the comforts, good food, everything, but the condition is that he cannot get out of this room or meet anybody, he'll say, forget it. I don't mind remaining poor, but I want my independence. Just like the bird locked up in a cage. The cage may be made of gold with diamonds studded on it, and you can give the bird all sorts of great food. But the bird wants to be out, flying in the air. So there is a desire for independence, a natural desire in all of us. Lastly, some people say that everybody has a desire for power. By power, I mean to rule over others, to control others, to dominate others. Isn't that there in all of us? We want people to listen to us. Even children, they expect their parents to listen to them, just as the parents want the children to be obedient. Same thing happens between husband and wife. The wife thinks my husband should listen to me, and the husband thinks my wife should listen to me. So everybody has this desire to rule over others. So we have 4 more goals apart from this goal of happiness. But if we scrutinize these 4 goals properly, we will find that they all are branches of this one main universal goal of happiness. Why do you want to live? Well, because death means fear for me. Death means pain. Leaving everything behind and the fear of the unknown. We don't want that. We want happiness. Why do you want knowledge? Because it gives you happiness, it gives you pleasure. And if you are ignorant, definitely you feel miserable about it. What about independence? That's understood. When you are independent, you feel really happy. You don't want to be under anybody else. So independence automatically gives you happiness. And what about the desire to rule over others? It's the same thing. When we have other people under our control, it gives us pleasure, it gives us happiness. So ultimately, each and every goal, when it is analyzed to the very end, it comes down to that one universal goal, and that is happiness. Right from the tiny little ant to the creator Brahma, each and every living being seeks only one thing, and that is perfect happiness. We never think about it. Just imagine 8.4 million species of living beings. There's such a disparity, such a variety in the world. And each and every living being seeks only happiness. One universal goal. Where did it come from? There are some creatures that live in water. There are some that fly in the air. Some live both on land and in water. Some can live only on the land. Such a variety. Some creatures have 2 legs. Some have 4, some have 6, some have 50, some have 100, some have even 1,000 legs. And there are creatures that have no feet as well. So much difference in the appearance in the body. If we take even one category, that's human beings, no 2 people, there are about 7 billion people today, roughly, no 2 people look exactly alike. Even twins, they don't look exactly alike. Parents are the same and they have 4 children. Now, all the 4, their ideas are different, their thoughts are different, their likes and dislikes are different. One grows up to become a thief, another grows up to become a saint, the third one grows up to become a rich family man, the 4th one may grow up to be a beggar. See, the parents are the same and so much difference. I don't know whether you know, but even the thumbprint of 2 people in this world is not exactly alike. Our thumbs just look the same, don't they? But the print, it's all different. Just think what a mastermind must be who has created us. All authentic documents, apart from signatures, they also take your thumbprint. You can forge people's signatures, but you can't forge thumbprints. So no 2 thumbprints are exactly alike. You will be surprised to know that even 2 leaves of the same tree are not exactly alike. And yet, there is just one goal. One universal goal. All the living beings have no second goal, only happiness. We must get to the bottom of this, because in this lies the mystery of our life and attainment of true peace and happiness. Who taught us to desire happiness? Did we read it anywhere? Did your parents teach you, my dear child, desire only happiness in your life, never make unhappiness your goal? Did any parent tell you that? Did you tell your children that? No. This goal is there within us. Nobody taught us. We've never read it anywhere. And yet, the inborn desire for happiness is there in each and every one. Such a big knowledge. Where did it come from?